Hey club members, welcome back to the Crochet Club. Have you ever wanted to crochet something that's not only fun to make but also something you can use every day? Well, in today's tutorial, we are making this beautiful Evil Eye bag. It's perfect for carrying your everyday essentials and adding a unique handmade touch to your outfit. Whether you make it for yourself or as a gift, it's a project both practical and stylish. Before we get started, you'll need to know how to make the magic circle, how to chain, and how to single crochet. We'll also need how to do the slip stitch, but I'll be teaching that in this video. And if you are a complete beginner or don't know any of these, don't worry, you can visit the detailed tutorial on my channel. So grab your hook and your yarn and let's get started. So the materials you need for this project is your yarn, obviously. I'll be using 10 ply t-shirt yarn. It's a bit thicker, quite thicker from milk cotton. You can use plush yarn also, and if you wish to use milk cotton, make sure you note that the project will be a bit more smaller than expected, like from my size. Then I'll be using a 6mm hook, a pair of scissors and darning needle. The additional materials is your felt or cotton thread for the lining inside and hot glue. If you don't want to use hot glue, you can sew it instead. So let's get started. So you're going to start with your black yarn. The first step will be to make a magic circle. I'm sure you all know how to make it. Alright, so it's made. So for the first round, you're going to do 12 single crochets in the magic circle. So just do 12 single crochets. 1, 2. So just go ahead and do 12 of these. It's my 8th. 9. Just squeeze the stitches a little. Push them back because it's t-shirt yarn. Then 10. 11. And then my last one, which is 12. So after you're done, you will just go ahead and count the stitches. You can't see with black yarn. You can, but it's not that visible, so I'll just go ahead and count. So I have 12 stitches, so I'm just going to take a big loop. And then you see this short tail over here. It's going to pull that tight. That will close our circle. Just pull it very tight. Alright. It's this much, but it will get covered. So you will go ahead and pull. Pop your hook back in. And then if you see, you will place a slip stitch in your first stitch. To do a slip stitch, is going to insert into the first stitch, then yarn over, pull through the first loop. Alright, so you have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to take your first loop and pull it through the second one. So you're going to take your first loop and pull it through the second, like this. And then you can tighten. Tighten it very hard. It's a very important step, so do not forget to do that. So now you will start round 1. The magic circle won't be counted as a complete round. So let's start with the round 1. So you will chain 1, and for round 1 you will do 1 single crochet and 1 increase. So what is an increase? So as you can see, this stitch you see, you're going to usually you place 1 single crochet and then you move on to the next stitch. So what you're going to do, you're going to place 1 more in the same stitch. So basically you do 2 in 1 stitch. I'll just show you on the go. We'll place 1 in the first stitch. So I placed a normal stitch. Then in the second one I will place 1 more like usual. And then I will just see there will be a big hole. And I can just check which I've just placed. And then you'll place in the same hole. you won't move on the next one. That is called an increase, and that's how your rows become bigger. Then in the next stitch you will again do 1, no increase, and then increase in the next stitch. So please get used to this. If you want, you can practice some rounds like this, because we will be using this pattern for the entire Evil Eye bag. So I just did an increase over here. As you can see, there are 2. Then you will place 1 more, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, then 1 increase stitch, 1, and the second one. It will be a bit tight, but come on, you can do this. And then you place 1 single crochet, come on, do it with me, and then 1 increase stitch, and increase. Then again single crochet, and 1 increase. Then 1 single crochet. So since we started at a single crochet, we will end at an increase. So make sure if you end at only a single crochet, then you have done something wrong. So please figure that out. Alright. So at the end of this round, you will have 18 stitches in total. When you are done with 18 stitches, you're going to go ahead and take your white yarn. So you're just going to attach the white yarn. So you're going to take your white yarn like normal, and then insert your hook into the first stitch as you're going to do the slip stitch, and just use the white yarn as your working yarn. Alright, like this. You can just pull the tail a bit longer if you want, and then you will chain 1. And after this, if you see this loop is very big, you can just go ahead and pull the black yarn. So your slip stitch will get closed and tightened, just like that. So your white yarn is attached. Alright, for round 2, to start round 2, you're going to, the pattern is 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet increase. Just like we did in the last row, just going to repeat that pattern, but with white yarn. So you're going to place 1 single crochet and then 1 increase. Then 1 single crochet and 1 increase. So you will just do that till the end of the round. 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Increase is when you do two stitches in the same stitch. 1, and then I will place my first single crochet and my second single crochet. So do that till the end, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. So I'm at my last increase stitch. So I'll just place my increase stitch, and at the end of this round you will have 27 stitches in total. So we'll go ahead and place a slip stitch. I'm sure you know how to now. You pull through and then tighten. Don't forget to tighten, it's a very important step. Then you will do, so now you're ready for round 3. So you will chain 1, and the pattern for this round is 2 single crochets and 1 increase stitch. So like here we did 1 single crochet, we're just going to do 2. So I will place the first stitch, you're going to place an increase, 1 single crochet, and the second single crochet in the exact same space. Then you place 1 single crochet individually and another single crochet individually. Then you place an increase, and then 1 single crochet individually and another. So you will just repeat this pattern till the end. Increase, 1 single crochet 2 single crochet and an increase. So I'll meet you at the end of the round. So the last 2 stitches will be individual single crochets, so just do that. And now we're going to attach our light blue yarn. So you leave your project and make a big loop. So get your light blue yarn at the back, insert your hook, get your light blue yarn, and then insert your hook into the first stitch, and then take the light blue yarn and place a slip stitch, and then you can just tighten with your white yarn, and then you will just chain one. Just tighten the white yarn and let's get started. So this round will be really simple. You just have to place 1 single crochet in every stitch. No increases, nothing, just simply 1 single crochet in every stitch. So just go ahead and place 1 single crochet in every stitch. So I'll meet you at the end of the round. So at the end of the round you will have 36 stitches. And then you can just slip stitch and tighten. Alright, so for the next round you're going to do 3 single crochets and 1 increase. So you just chain 1 and then you will do 3 single crochets individually. So 1, and then the next stitch second one, and then in the next stitch third, and then you will do an increase. As you can see, your evil eye bag has started to take shape, the evil eye. Then here we will do 1, 2, 3, and then an increase. So you will continue to do this till the end, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Just continue that pattern. Right, so I'm done with my round 5, and in total I have 45 stitches. So I will just go ahead and place a slip knot in the first stitch. Slip stitch, my bad. They're all slip, and then I'll tighten it. Okay, so for round 6, you will do 1 single crochet in each stitch, no increases, just like the before round. So you will chain 1, and then you will do 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. 2. So again at this round you'll have a completion of 45 stitches. 1 single crochet in every stitch till the end of the round. So I'll meet you at the end. So now I'm on my last stitch and I'm done with it. So once you're done, you're almost there, your first piece gonna just finish. You'll just take your dark blue yarn and we'll join it like how we're joining. Till now you will place it behind and make a slip stitch with it, and then you will chain 1 and pull the light blue yarn. So your dark blue yarn is attached. So for round 7 you're going to do, the pattern will be 4 single crochet and then an increase. So you will start with 4 single crochets, single individually, and then you will place an increase. I'm sure you all know how to do it by now. Then you will do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, just like this 4 times. Then you will do an increase. Just like this. So you will continue this pattern till the end of the round. Alright, so I'm done with round 7. I have followed the pattern of 4 single crochet and an increased stitch, and at the end of the round you will get 54 stitches in total. And if I forgot to mention before, you have to cut the tails of the yarns, which you already done. So white black, you'll have two tails each. So we're going to know how to, because you see all these holes, we're going to cover that with the tails. Alright, for round 8 you are going to do 1 single crochet in every stitch. So you chain 1 and you just, no increases, just 1 single crochet in every stitch. This is our second last round, so do it with me. Come on, let's do it. 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. So complete it and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Alright, so I'm on my last step of the 8th row. Okay, so I'm done with my 8th row. All is left is the last 9th row. So the pattern for 9th row will be 5 single crochet and an increased stitch. So we do 5 single crochet individually in each stitch. 2, 3, 4, and the last one 5, and then you do an increased stitch. So this is your last row. Come on, you can do this. Just finish it up with me and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Alright, so I'm done with my last row, which is the 9th row. At the end I have got 63 stitches. So once you're done with your first panel, which is congrats, you're going to repeat the exact same thing as the second one. So I've got 2 panels over here so that we can put them together like this and make your sling. So go ahead and repeat all of these steps. I know it's a bit repetitive and you may feel sad, but come on, let's do this. You have to make this. So continue to do the entire same thing once more. You can refer to, rewatch my previous parts. And also once you're done, do not snap off this yarn. I have snapped up over here. So do not snap off. I will tell you the next step. So do it and then come watch this video again. Right, so now I'll be showing you what to do with these tails. So if you're done with the 2 panels, congrats, and let's do the final step. So you're going to take these tails, these 2, because they are nearby. We're going to go ahead and then just tie them together. Instead of sewing them, that will be a very long and big process. So just tie 3 knots if you want, the normal knots. Tie them very tight. And then 3. And then once you're done, you can just snap off the tails. So now I'll be showing you how to do the lining. So cutting. Okay. T-shirt yarn isn't some big business. Alright. Jokes apart. So I'm going to take this long tails. I have left a long tails. So as you can see, these holes over here, they look really bad. So I'm going to cover these holes by putting hot glue gun on this and then covering them together. You can use normal glue also. I'm just using hot glue gun for right now. So I'm just going to cover it for black and white for both pieces. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, take my hot glue gun, gently put it on these holes, and then just take the yarn. I don't want to waste the yarn tail anyways. Just put it on top like this. So if you see from here, the holes are gone. That will look very nice. Okay. Just stick them together. This is a completely optional step. If you want, you can do it. I honestly don't like these holes at all. That's why I'm doing this. It's a completely optional step. So I'll be doing this for white also, for both pieces. So while I'm doing this, I'll just quickly explain the next step to you. So next we're going to do lining. So basically we're going to use cloth like cotton or felt, you can say, and then we're going to put it at behind over here. You can stitch it, or I personally like to do hot glue gun. It's way quicker, and with t-shirt yarn it won't look good like small stitches on top of it. So I will place the felt on both of these pieces so that the holes are not visible. The color I'm using is light blue, this color, for the lining. Then we will go on. You can block it also before the lining, meaning you can wet it and then you can dry it for 5 or 6 days. There's a whole new process, but since where I live it's monsoon, it will take a lot of time, and then I don't think this project needs enough blocking since it's t-shirt yarn. Okay, and then I will paste the felt like we are hot gluing this. We'll just paste the felt, and then we will go ahead and slip stitch and connect these two pieces and make our final strap. So it's a crossbody bag, and once we make the strap, it will be simple chaining and combining two stitches. So you can go ahead and do this optional step if you want for both pieces, and I'll see you when it's done. So if you're not doing this method, I'll show you how to sew in these tails. You're going to take your darning needle, a plastic one, then you're just going to insert it into any random stitches. Any random, there is no right or wrong over here. Just insert them into any stitches. It's t-shirt yarn, I forgot for a second. Just insert them, and then once you are done with this, you just check if it's your green is not visible. If it's not visible, then it's good. We don't want the tails hanging in front. Then you can just insert, and then you just sew them like this. It's a very simple step. Just sew them so that they won't come off. And then once you're done with 3 or 4, then just go ahead and cut the tail. This is how you can sew them. Right, so I'm done with both of my pieces, sticking and cutting. So the next step is the felt part. So you're just going to take your felt, and just a reminder, you don't have to cut off the tail for one of the pieces. It's very important, so please do not cut it. So just take your felt or fabric piece and cut it to the measurement, and then stick it behind, or you can sew it if you want. I don't have space here in the camera, so I'll just do it, and then you can also join me after you're done. Alright, so I'm done with my lining. It will look something like this. And again, lining is optional. If you want to do it, you can, but safer side, you should do it. It will give a much neater look from inside. So we'll now connect the two pieces using slip stitches. So you just get into, you don't chain any. Alright, so you can take any edge of any stitch of this, making sure that both have the same stitches. So I will just take this end. As you can see, there's a small knot over here. That is the fasten off we have done. Right, so we place them opposite to each other like this, and then you will take your yarn. Alright, then you will insert your hook into the next stitch of the next panel. Since it's over here, you yarn over, pull through the first loop, which is the first panel, and then you pull through the loop which is on your second panel. Alright, so this is your first slip stitch. Then you will go in your next stitch from your second panel through the one in your first panel and pull through both of them, and then from the first loop you pull through the second one. Right, and then you pull through these two, make a slip stitch and tighten slightly. You don't need to make an invisible knot, but just for this, tighten slightly. You just have to continue making these slip stitches till the end of the round. Alright, just continue making these slip stitches like this. Alright, so this will be your front part, and you'll see something like this. So I'll meet you at the end of the round. Halfway there, and your slip stitches will look something like this. Just I forgot to tell, but it was there on the screen above. So what do you have to do when you're at the last 15 stitches over here, the last 15 ones, both sides, we are going to skip that. So we're going to do, so there were 63 in total, so we're going to just skip 15 over here. That will be the opening for our bag. So just mark it. You can put a needle through it if you want, or you can just count on the go, just like this. So it's up to you. I'm done with the slip stitching all over here. As you can see, these V's are the slip stitches and they're connecting the two pieces together. And now I will start with the strap, and this is the opening. So you can see the lining makes your project look more finished from the inside. And now we'll work on the strap. So for the strap, I'll be using two strands of light blue yarn, the same yarn we used over here. You can use 2 strands of dark blue also, but I'm using light blue, so I'll just show you how to attach it here. So once you're done with your last slip stitch, insert your hook, and now you're going to take your light blue yarn as your working yarn. Just use them as one, don't think about them as two different ones. And you can just place one chain like this, making sure the tail is there. And if you see, you can just pull the dark blue yarn, tighten it. Okay, and then in the same stitch which you just did the last slip stitch, you're going to place one more slip stitch with the both light blue yarn and place a slip stitch. Just slowly and steadily place a slip stitch and then tighten. So your blue yarn is attached, light blue yarn, and now for the strap you're just going to chain till the desired height. So your height can depend, or your chains can depend. And just a quick reminder that, just see, make it the strap a little smaller, because eventually crochet stretches, and since this is t-shirt yarn, it will obviously stretch. So suppose your strap will be 100 centimeter long. Make sure it's 90 centimeter so that when it stretches, it comes to the perfect height. So like this, you can continue to chain, and when you reach your desired height, you can go back to my video. And until then, I'll meet you at the end when I'm done with my chaining. Alright, so I'm done chaining my strap. As you can see, it's a sturdy strap, and make sure you made it shorter than expected, because since this is also a heavy project, I mean not heavy, but it has weight, and t-shirt yarn stretches a lot, so make sure you made it shorter. Now the next step to join, you're going to pull up a big loop. Then as you see, the first 2 stitches over here, like you did a slip stitch over here, as you can see, you want to do before that. Then you're going to put your chain above, and then insert your hook over it, and then close the loop, and then you pull the loop from the 2 stitches like this. And then to secure this, you're going to chain 1. Ta-da! Your Evil Eye purse is almost ready. Just grab your scissor and then cut off the edges, and then do a fasten off tightly. Yes. So your Evil Eye bag is complete, only the sewing ends is left. Once you're done, you can go ahead and snap off the dark blue yarn. And then I will finish off the tails with our sewing needle. So take these 2 light blue yarn and this edge, and then tie a knot to secure. And you can tie a knot with the other tail to secure it further. And now you can see the tails. So you can flip your work a little bit like this and then sew it over here, because we don't want the tails to be visible over here. So just sew the tails through these loops like this. So just sew them too for this end also. For this end you can just make sure it's very tight, and then you can just continue to sew it over. So congratulations, you're done with your Evil Eye bag. So get ready to flaunt your bag because you have made it on your own. Thank you so much for watching. Follow for more videos. Thank you. Bye.